In light of the fact that we're trying to accommodate and reach crisis point accommodating our refugees from Ukraine, I have a reply to a parliamentary question which I read this morning from the Minister of Justice that 3,254 people arrived in this country without documentation in the first 8 months of this year. That adds up to 400 a month or 100 a week. And the reply also states that these individuals presented full documentation when they boarded at their point of departure, and when they arrived at Dublin Airport, they had no documentation with them. None. Zero. So what is going on, Taoiseach? We're trying to accommodate people to come and have a right to be looked after. But if they have no documentation arriving, surely there must be some checks, and that sheer amount of them in 8 months is just crazy. And have we enough police and immigration in Dublin Airport? I don't believe we have. But I think this is very frightening figures. And from the Minister for Justice, the figures. And I'll forward you the reply that I got. Thank you.
Thanks, Deputy. I haven't seen those figures myself, but we do have a problem with people entering the country illegally. That is the case and has been for quite some time. Sometimes people aren't properly checked when they get on the plane. That happens in a different jurisdiction, and there's very little we can do about that. Other times they use false documents or sometimes destroy their documents. And obviously, if somebody presents at the airport, claims asylum, and has no documents, it's very difficult for us to send them back. These are the practical difficulties that we face, and even without documents they are entitled to apply for asylum. But it does mean, and we have been increasing checks and increasing engagement with the airlines, one, reminding airlines that they have a responsibility to not allow someone to board unless they have the right documents and they have to take them back, and then also to make sure that we have the checks in the airports as well.